HarperCollins presents My Heart Other Breakables, How I Lost My Mom, Found My Dad, and Made Friends with Catastrophe by Alex Barclay, read by Lily Conlon. 1st of January, Friday. The end were the last 2 words my mother typed before she died. They were her favourite. Mine too. The end meant she had finished another book. The end meant she had time for me. Except this time. Sorry, I forgot. Dear Diary. 4th of February, Thursday. Dear Diary. 5th of February, Friday. Dear Diary. 6th of February, Saturday. Meg tells me the Dear Diary thing is the problem. She says I have to write like I'm writing to the friend who doesn't judge. I'd love to say Meg is the friend who doesn't judge, but she respects honesty. And it's not that she's judgy, she's just real. And she has lots of views, like this one on my first diary entry. That is literally the most depressing opening to anything I've ever read in my entire life. And she would know. Meg's the reader. She's super smart. She's scary too. But just to other people. She reads and reads and reads, and I know nothing, and she knows everything. I said that to her once, and she said, "Yeah, but you travel the world. I'm just a stay-at-home savant." Anyway, introduce yourself to your non-judgmental friend, she said. I'm Ellery Brown. I'm 15 years old, soon to be 16. I have long brown hair and green eyes. I'm 5'6.5". I'm a lover of clothing and a passionate watcher of Netflix. I have no brothers and no sisters. My grandparents are Max and Lola. They live in Rhinebeck, New York. My aunt is Auntie Elaine. She lives in hotel rooms. I was born in New York, but for the past 4 years I've lived with my mom in Irie's Village on the Beara Peninsula in southwest Cork, on the wild Atlantic Way in Ireland. Don't just write a list of facts, says Megzer when I read her my amazing introduction. Write about your feelings. Diaries are about feelings. I feel that I should have given this diary to Meg. 7th of February, Sunday. Why I couldn't give this diary to Meg? It was a gift from my Auntie Elaine. She's my mom's sister. Mom died last November. Why I can't write about feelings? See above. 8th of February, Monday. Then don't write about feelings, says Meg. Just be yourself. Serial killers are being themselves. 9th of February, Tuesday. I don't write. That's the other problem. My mom was a writer. I feel like everything I write should be brilliant. I'm imagining my mom looking down on me going, Jesus, literally she could be talking to him. Has she learnt anything? So, Mom, if you're up there and are able to make out my writing, sorry in advance for any grammatical errors, disturbing revelations. One thing, I know you hate swearing, but it's going to be unavoidable at times. How I'll deal with this is by not using asterisks because they're like stars and we both love stars too much. And I'm not into writing loads of different symbols, so I'm using these little guys. And, because they kind of look like someone shaking their fist. 10th of February, Wednesday. Earth's sake, says Meg. Ampersands, Jesus. I'm confused about whether to replace Jesus with ampersands there because, unlike Mom, Megan is definitely not talking to Jesus. Not because she's not dead, but because she doesn't believe in him, which I thought would be really awkward when I asked her the question. So where do you think my mom is now? But no, Megzer goes, your mom is in Shakespeare & Co. Paris, hovering like a fairy in the dust motes, and if you're a customer, standing there, flipping through the pages of a book, and you find a sentence that is so beautiful it's painful, and you have to raise your eyes to a source that is bigger than your tiny human mind, you'll catch her there, glinting. But not like a wispy kind of fairy. She's glinting like steel, like an ad for an advanced razor, like if fairies were Avengers. I swear to God, Megzer believes in fairies. Anyway, that answer was pretty cool. 11th of February, Thursday. So, I live in a bird's nest. This drives Meg nuts when I say it.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?